And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me today is one Mr. Fancy Francis. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, living. How are you?
You know what? I'm doing the same thing. Just having a great time, having a blast. We just got done watching the movie Eternals, the new Marvel movie Eternals. We're a week late on it, but hey, we get to it when we get to it, right? Um, I enjoyed this movie. Let me just get that out of the way. I enjoyed this movie. Was it your typical Marvel movie? No. Um, but I enjoyed it. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, same thing for me. I truly didn't know much about it. I'm pretty sure I only watched one trailer.
Okay.
And then we were just like, I want to go to a theater. I'm ready to go to my theater for the first time in 2 years. Let's go. So we picked this.
Congratulations, by the
Thank
way.
you. Oh my, it felt amazing.
It's so nice.
So really not knowing anything. And I kind of knew I kind of just knew of them because of Marvel, you know?
Right.
Um, I had a blast. I liked that it was different. I liked that it was a different twist and not like the rest of the Marvels because honestly, they're boring to me now. Like,
Okay.
so that's I mean, yeah, if you watch Strikeout Beer, I've mentioned it many times and it throws people off of just like I just get bored with the superhero movies and shows. I just do.
See, I don't. I need more. I love it. Now, was this my favorite Marvel movie? Nowhere close.
No.
Was it the worst one? No. I'm pretty sure Thor: The Dark World is worse. I didn't really care for that one. Now I hadn't seen that one in a long time, but I wasn't familiar with every character in this movie, but I was familiar with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Um, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's a little bit different. You've got the back and forth. Current day past, current day past. Because with the Eternals, they've been around for was it like 5,000 years or something like that?
Yeah.
Even longer. They've pretty much been around since the beginning of time, and you find out really what their sole purpose is to help the planet advance so that it gets this energy. All the people are giving it energy and things so that you can birth a new celestial. Um, which they don't really know that that's what they're about. You've got a couple that know that, but the rest they don't know. And they've been on this planet for so long, they start to develop. They care about the planet, right? They really start to care about it, and they don't want it to go away. Uh, but it was a fun movie. I enjoyed what I watched. I had a lot of fun with it. I'll watch it again. I'm not going to go to the theaters and watch it again, but when it comes out, I'm definitely going to watch it again. I always like to go back and rewatch these movies once they come out on, whether it's on Disney Plus or if I get it on, buy it on DVD before then. But it was fun. I enjoyed the actors. You didn't have as much comedy in this one, I would say, that you do in some of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
What are some more of your thoughts on this one?
I mean, I agree with most of that. I loved the cast for it. I really
Mhm.
did. Some big names and some non-big names, so it was enjoyable to get kind of good mix. I thought everybody played their role pretty well. Um, Angelina Jolie, even for an old woman, man, she's still looking pretty good. So I'm happy about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Um, so, but I mean, I agree. Just it was fun. I had a blast watching it. Um, some very predictable things, some things I didn't predict. Um, for the most part, I stayed entertained,
right.
which is always a killer for me. If there's a point where I'm not entertained, it's like, okay, the rest of this movie is gonna suck. Um, but there's only one part where I felt a little bored.
Okay,
But
what's that?
uh, whenever, oh, what's her name? The one that's supposed to like put the Celestial to sleep or whatever. Uh,
Cersei?
yeah. Whenever she's like on the hand, and then what's his face comes up, and like they just like stare at each other. There's just the kind of like having a talking moment, and
Right.
It's just like a very long, drawn out moment where destruction's happening. But yeah, let's take time to have a conversation real quick. Um, it just I was just like, okay, like you're telling me information we already know. Like we're
Right.
going through the motions of things we went through like 5 minutes ago. Um, but really, I mean, that was it. It still wasn't like bad. There wasn't a lot of those moments. That really was the only one I could think of off the top of my head where I kind of felt, okay, we could live without that. Let's move on because right? There's the world's about to be destroyed. You got to pick up your game here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the things that I like about this is with them being Eternals and, me knowing about the Eternals, they die, but then they come back. They're like reborn after they die. Um, so even the characters that do die in this one, 100%, you can expect them to come back or not. Like they might not bring them back, but you're definitely getting more of Eternals with the way that this ends. Um, I enjoyed. I don't know I can't remember what the actor's name is, but he plays Paperboy in Atlanta. If you watch Atlanta, um, it's Fastios, the one who's doing all the building the technology and stuff like that.
oh yeah, let's
Yeah,
see.
I love him. He's in Atlanta. I don't know if you should check that show out. It's weird.
Brian Henry is his
Yeah.
name.
But I love him as an actor. I really do enjoy him. And I thought he was great in this.
Mhm.
Um, what's his name? The guy from Silicon Valley. Um, Kunal. I
Oh
know
yeah,
his name. I know I'm butchering his name, and I should do better,
I
but it is what it is. That's why I'm a part-time nerd. People deal with it. Um,
yeah, he's
but
he's a great actor. I love him.
I love him. He's a great actor. I really enjoyed him in this. Angelina wasn't bad. Like when I heard they casted her into it, I was just like, okay, come on. Can we leave her out? And Selma Hayek, I kind of almost felt the same way. But I enjoyed her character. Her being in it. Icarus is cool. I really enjoyed. I had fun with him. I had a lot of fun with this. I had Sprite was an awesome character.
Hmm.
I she was really cool.
I think
Uh,
Gilgamesh.
yeah, Gilgamesh was awesome.
Dude, I loved him
R.I.P.
so
Stay
much.
hard, Gilgamesh. That's someone I want to come back 100%. I could do without the rest, but Gilgamesh, I need him back because I thought he was awesome. Uh, and is he? When I first saw the trailers, I almost thought that was Wong because he kind of looks like the actor who plays Wong.
Mm. I
So,
don't know. He looked familiar though. The one where I saw him, I was just like, he's probably been in stuff I know.
oh, I
But
guarantee you he has been. Yeah, but yeah, I thought he was awesome. Um, I love the end credit stuff too. In the end credits, you've got two end credit scenes. In the first one, you're dealing with um, Eros comes back, and he is Thanos' brother. You have him, and then you also have Pip, which Pip is an awesome character. Like him in the comics is awesome, and to see him in the live action is great. And I'm super jacked to see Pip in the next whichever movie they show up in. I cannot wait for Pip to show up.
yeah.
And then in they tease you so much with that last one because you've got Dane there, and knowing I know who the character is, and I know he's the Black Knight, and he has the ebony blade, and he's getting ready to let Cersei know, hey, I have history in my family. Let me tell you, when the Celestial comes to take her and the other Eternals on Earth away, um, it flashes to him, and he's like, well, I've got to get this done. So he's going to the ebony blade, and he's getting ready to pick it up to become the Black Knight, which I was just hoping like end with him picking it up and turning into the Black Knight and then cut out. But we didn't get that. You get a voice in the background, which I didn't recognize the voice, saying, are you sure you want to do that? So I'm sure we'll find out who that is the next time he shows up. But I'm super excited about getting him as the Black Knight. I like the Black Knight character. He's an awesome character in the comics, and I think Kit's going to do a great job at playing him. But I enjoyed this movie. I had fun with it. I don't get all the hate that was on it. If you're looking at the scores, it got a 6.9 on IMDb and 47% Rotten Tomatoes. Now this did get review bombed by a bunch of people, the anti-LGBTQ plus community, because you have Fastios. His character in it is he's gay. He moves on, starts his own family and things like that. They adopt a kid. He's moved on with it, but I don't care about that. I mean, was it pivotal to the movie? No. Did they put it in there? Okay. Am I okay with it? Sure. It did get a 79% from Google users, so they're liking it more. What would you rank this one?
I mean, I'm excited to see where this goes, where the internals go for sure. Just because, like you said, like there's a lot of they set up for a lot of stuff to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. Yeah, Black Knight, just all these characters that I think are going to be introduced that they didn't even hint at. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they bring back any of the characters that did die. But man, I really enjoyed this movie. I really, really did. I thought it was great.
I did too. And then you got the Celestial that was coming out. If you're gonna, because they don't stick directly to the comics, right? They definitely veer away from the comics and things like that. But he almost had a Galactus look to him. Now, that's not how Galactus came to be, but is that something that can happen? Was that really Galactus? Probably. I kind of hope not, but at the same time, I'm ready for Galactus to come in. Because if you're bringing in Galactus, I think you're going to be doing that with the Fantastic Four and that, because that's definitely, they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Plus, you're going to get the Silver Surfer, which I'm excited about. But was that possibly a Galactus? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But you also had them where the Celestial was saying that he was going to judge Earth. They've escaped for now, but he's going to judge them based off of their memories of the people there on Earth and their thoughts and things, and they might still be destroyed. So is that when they bring in Galactus, that he determines that the Earth is not worth saving? So he sends Galactus. They send Galactus in. I don't know. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm excited. And I haven't seen anything about when they're expecting the Eternals to return. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things coming out. We've got Spider-Man coming out next month, December 17th. Next year, we've got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, plus all the MCU shows coming out on Disney Plus. There's a ton of those. Where are they going to show up next? I don't know, but I can't wait. I can't wait. You got anything else on this one?
I would recommend that you see it. If you don't want to see it in movie theaters, just wait. I mean, we all know it'll come out to Disney Plus eventually. Oh, yeah. But I think it's worth the watch for sure.
For sure, 100%. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Not my favorite one, but not my worst one. It was a good, entertaining movie, and I had fun with it. So, but guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, all that fun stuff. If there's anything you want us to watch, just shoot us over an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time.